FM 94.0.
Reviving communities.
The views expressed on this program do not necessarily represent those of Revive FM or its management.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Revive FM 94.0. I'm your host Nawaz Raja Pakistani with your weekly program Signature Talk. And today is a very hot weather. So please, while traveling, you should take care of yourself. Keep plenty of water with you while traveling so that you can keep yourself hydrated. So today we have a very special guest in our studio. His name is Nadeem Ilyas, who is the chair of Waltham Forest Muslim Parent Association as well. He already they came to our studio, I think 6-7 months before, and we have a very fruitful discussion at that time. And today, keeping in view our COVID-19 situation, we will again discuss a very broad topic about the COVID-19 and its effect on the family health and the mental health and the children studying while studying online as well. So there is a broad the topic we are going to discuss in the next 1 hour. So if you want to ask a question from my guest Nadeem Ilyas, you can call us on our studio number and we can take your call and ask the question from you can ask directly from our the guest. Our studio number is 0333440940, and you can also send us a text message on 07878940940. And if you are leaving the car and you don't want to miss this the program, you can type into the www.revivefm.co.uk and you can listen to this program live on your mobile or on your the desktop as well. First of all, sir, welcome to the program.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Kamran. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I'm happy to see you again here.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's been a few months, isn't it, since I came before.
Exactly.
Good to be here.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want you to introduce yourself. So I know quite a lot, but it's not that much. The things you are doing for the community yourself and for the Muslim Parent Association, as you are the chair of that one.
Yeah.
So if you can introduce yourself, what type of things you are doing it and how you got this idea to make this, the association.
Sure. So you're absolutely right. I'm the chair of Waltham Forest Muslim Parents Association. That's just a title. That's not important. The important thing is there's a number of volunteers that for the last few years, they've worked very hard in the community. We realized the challenges our parents and our community was facing in terms of the youngsters growing up, going to school, and the challenges faced in terms of their education. We know the challenges, the differences between what our parents think, what our children think. There's the children are getting into gangs, they're getting into drugs, they're getting into all sorts of trouble out there. So, like-minded volunteer, there's around 10 of us, alhamdulillah, who thought, well, actually, you know what, there is definitely a big ask and a big gap in terms of what we need to do. An organization like ours needs to engage the community. They need to engage the madrasas. They need to engage our parents. And importantly, how do you bridge that gap between what the parents think and what the children think, what our youth think? So Waltham Forest Muslim Parents Association was set up, and since last year we are affiliates to Waltham Forest Council of Mosques.
Okay.
Right. So this is a huge achievement for us. What that means is, if you know of the area, Waltham Forest is a very large and a diverse London borough. It has a large population of Muslims, primarily from a sort of Pakistani, Kashmiri sort of background.
Exactly.
But they also have large other minorities, Arabs, Mauritian, from Bangladesh, from the Gujarati Muslims, alhamdulillah. So, the Council of Mosques is an umbrella organization for all the masajids in the borough.
Yeah.
So for us to be an affiliate of that, it's a huge achievement.
So it's mean at the moment you guys are not representing only the Asian, Pakistani or Bangladeshi community, you actually representing all the Muslims community around, either he is from Arab country or any other country, because you are associated with the Waltham Forest Muslim Council, the
Council of Mosques.
Council of Mosques. So you are now connected to all communities, Muslim
Absolutely.
communities, yeah.
Yes. So look, we've gone to all the masajids. We've spoken to them and we've said, look, this is who we are. We're not here for any titles. We're not here for any benefit from anything else. What we want to do is work in collaboration with the masajids. We want to work in collaboration with our community to be able to engage our parents and our youngsters. So we've got, our focus has been very much primarily with our youngsters, our youth, and obviously our parents. So we've had a number of activities. We've had open activities where we've had workshops dealing with things like, dangers of COVID, the challenges of COVID. How does that impact our community? When you've got a scenario where parents, children, elders, all living in one household, they're not able to go out, the children are not going to school, the parents can't go to the madrasa or masjid to pray, they can't go to work, some of them have lost their jobs. How can we work together to give this confidence to the community that regardless of COVID or not, as Muslims, we should have the confidence to carry on with our lives.
I think 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before, you have done the online Zoom conference as well with the parents dealing with these, the COVID-19 challenges, like during the lockdown, and the children are taking education through online learning system. So what was the result of that conference? What have you achieved from that one?
So this was one of the challenges we're all facing. Alhamdulillah, here I'm face to face with you, but with some social distancing.
Yeah, exactly. more than the 2 meter.
That's right. But look, we're all facing those challenges. And what are those challenges? Those challenges are that we can't have big events. We can't go to a community center and invite the community there. We can't go to the madrasa or the masjid and invite our community to have this engagement with them because of social distancing and the issues around COVID. So what we've decided to do is to do an online online activity. What that means is we've used Zoom as a medium to invite our parents and our community to join our event. So this particular event that we had was very much around the challenges of COVID and what does that mean for our community? What does it mean for parents in particular? How do they deal with their young children who are at home, making noise, crying?
One of this challenge, okay.
Yeah, this is one of the challenges, isn't it? How do you keep them occupied? How do you make sure they do their homework? Because no doubt schools will be keeping in touch with them. Parents themselves, how do they make sure that there's no bickering and fighting going on between a husband and wife? Because look, that's the reality. If you're in front of each other all day long, day in, day out for a number of months, you're bound to have arguments.
Exactly.
How do you deal with the challenges of you not able to go and see your parents, for example, because they're in a vulnerable age, and you don't want to spread any potential virus to them? How do you deal with the scenario? Maybe the father has lost his job.
Exactly.
So this was the agenda, and we had a very good dialogue, a very good discussion. Alhamdulillah, we had 2 speakers who came and gave their views. One was a speaker who very much focused on, anxiety. How do you deal with anxiety? How do you deal with stress?
This is even one of the this is a huge problem because of this COVID-19. One question is coming in my mind while you were talking about these children's. Now the children's are occupied, like I will say, mostly with these computer gadgets, tablets, and they're playing the games. So this is one of the the biggest challenge, because all the day they are sitting in front of the computer, either sitting in front of computer or in front of the television screen and playing those the games. Frankly, I call them funny games. I don't understand. Like my nephew is playing, and the boys keep on running, and he's fighting, and this and that. This is affecting their health as well. So how you will advise our parents, like you have discussed, I believe you have discussed this thing
Yes.
in the meeting. So what do you advise? How should we, treat or tackle with our children so that they can get out of this thing? This is addiction, I will say.
Yeah.
Get out of this addiction.
I think you're absolutely right. This is an addiction, and COVID or no COVID,
Yeah.
The dangers of social media and children focusing on television, iPads, tablets, mobile phones. I know people in my own family, little children, little babies. When the kids are making noise, and what do? Parents do? They give them the iPhone. Right? This is ridiculous. Use these devices as an educational tool. So our advice, and there was a good discussion, alhamdulillah, that we had with parents, and our advice, and we had a educationist expert who came in, who was doing homeschooling, and Brother Rizwan, who's the expert in that field, he's been doing homeschooling for many years. He advised the parents to engage and interact with the children. It's very easy for us simply to give them the iPad. It's very easy for us to turn the TV on and you carry on doing whatever else you're doing. Whether you're father or a mother, you both have responsibilities. The father can't say it's the wife's responsibility, and the wife can't say, the husband has to help it. Yes, she's got every right for the husband to join in as well. So it's a joint responsibility for the parents. So what you need to do is, one, don't ignore your children. Spend that quality time with them, right? Try to manage their timetable throughout the day. Give them things to do which they will enjoy. So give them time for watching TV. Give them some time to go on the tablet. But at the same time, make sure that you build in prayer time. You build in reading the Quran. You build in family session where you talk to each other and have jokes and laugh and have some quizzing and play some games. Build in a time where you can take your children to the park and play do some activity with them. But what tends to happen is, because we don't end up doing all that, children are at home, the wife is in the kitchen cooking,
Exactly.
right? Husband's out and about, either working or whatever he may be doing. And what tends to happen, the children have the short straw. And what that means is they just end up watching TV all day long. And that's really damaging their health.
Yes, it is.
It's not good at all. But at the same time, as parents, we need to be role models. So if I am sitting in front of the TV all the time, if I've got my tablet and my phone in front of me all the time, the kids will do it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
one question, we have to go on to the break after 3 minutes, but still I think we can cover this thing. One question coming in my mind. I was reading one of the research paper, either it was the published on BBC or some familiar website on it, and they were saying it's not good for the health of a children that he use continuously more than 1 hour any tablet or the computer thing, because it affects their intelligence and it affects their health as well.
yeah.
I don't know, either it is 1 hour in 24 hours time, or continuously 1 hour they cannot use it.
Yeah.
So
I think, look, regardless of what the stats tell us, we know for a fact that children being exposed to digital devices, social media, there's huge dangers of social media, and perhaps a subject that we can tackle in the future, perhaps. What are the dangers of social media? Whether it's an hour, whether it's half an hour. I wouldn't want my son to be in front of the phone, my young 13-year-old, to be watching TV for more than an hour at a time without him.
But my point is that it's okay. We know that 1 hour is a very good sufficient time for the children to watch TV or on the tablet, so that he remains healthy. But the point is that the 1 hour activity for the children is nothing, because they're very energetic. They want to do something. They want to carry on, and they energize, they use their energy.
Yeah.
So how should we channel? Nowadays we are very lacking in reading books. in past, like the 10-15 years ago, there was I will say it's used to call a hobby to have one book to keep on reading it. But nowadays children are very far away from this habit to read a book. So what do you have any idea that how can we bring our children to motivate them to start reading books rather than keep on watching these the YouTube channels or movies on the tablet?
So look, first for me, it's about the mindset of our parents.
Okay.
And what do I mean by that? In Islam, we know as Muslims, we have a responsibility towards our children. Okay, and that responsibility is for both husband and wife, both of the parents. So unless we recognize that we have a responsibility to educate them, to teach them, to bring them up as healthy young people, right? Doing the next step won't make any difference. If you don't take that responsibility on board, you will neglect your children. You will say, oh, I'm busy working. Or the wife will say, I'm busy cooking. And you rely on schools and madrasas to teach them. So that's the first thing.
So second thing, I think we will discuss after the break. We have to go into the break, and after the break, we will come and discuss the same point from our listeners.
Yep.
They can join us after the break, and they can call us on 0333 444 0940. Do call us and ask a question from our guest. It's a very interesting discussion going on about the future of our generation. So see you after the break.
Rosia Plumbing, the boiler specialists. We do new boiler installations, full house central heating systems, underfloor heating, boiler repairs, boiler servicing and gas safety certification for landlords. With some of the best prices in town, there's no job too big or too small for our qualified engineers. For a free low obligation quote, contact us now on 07956 282 948. Rosia Plumbing, the boiler specialists.
What have you missed the most about eating out? Going out with friends and family for a quick bite? Trying somewhere new or returning to a local favourite? Someone else doing the cooking for once? Not doing the washing up? With Eat Out to Help Out, get up to £10 off per person every Monday to Wednesday throughout August. Enjoy the moments you've missed the most, and let's enjoy restaurants again safely. Visit gov.uk/eatout to find participating restaurants near you.
ये आयशा है। ये बहुत छोटी सी थी जब इसके वालिद का एक हादसे में इंतकाल हो गया। वो अपनी माँ और छोटे बहन भाइयों के साथ रहती है। आयशा जैसी लाखों बच्चियाँ जिंदगी की बुनियादी सहूलतों से बिल्कुल महरूम हैं। यही वजह है कि वो स्कूल भी नहीं जा सकती। मिनहाज वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन ने आपके एहतियात और अपनी खिदमत दुनिया भर के यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चों के लिए वक्फ कर दी है। एक यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चे का सहारा बनिए। आज ही अतिया कीजिए।
अभी कॉल मिलाएं 0300 3030 या हमारी वेबसाइट विजिट करें www.minhajwelfare.org.
Nikah, talaq, counseling on matrimonial disputes, Islamic wills, Islamic law of inheritance, or an Islamic verdict on any other issue. The Muslim Sharia Council is at your service. We provide official certification, and our experienced and highly qualified imams are available to provide you with guidance when needed. MQI London is based at 292 to 296 Romford Road, Forest Gate. We are open from Monday to Friday 2 to 4 p.m. or alternatively call us now on 0208 257 1786.
मैं 12 साल से एक नर्स के रूप में काम कर रही हूँ। यह साल मेरे लिए सबसे मुश्किल रहा। आपकी तालियों और प्रेम के लिए धन्यवाद। एक और चीज़ है जो आपको करनी है, आपको आपके स्वास्थ्य की देखभाल करनी है। मैंने देखा है कि अतिरिक्त वजन वाले हमारे मरीजों को कोविड-19 ने कैसी बुरी तरह से प्रभावित किया है। ये कठिन था, इसलिए हमने आपको वजन कम करने में मदद करने के लिए NHS समर्थन दिए हैं। आपको ये सब nhs.uk/betterhealth पर मिल जाएंगे। आइए इसे मिलकर करते हैं।
Want to make your business stand out from the crowd? It's time to shine. Here at Signographics, we design and produce signs for shop fronts and offices, making your business stand out. Whether it's LEDs or 3D signs, our experts will be here to guide you from design ideas to installation. For more information, visit us at 51 Green Lane, Ilford, IG1 16G, or call 0208 5146708. 0208 5146708.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM,
then visit www.revivefm.co.uk. Alternatively, contact our sales team now on 07944 56 5616. That's 07944 56 5616.
Revive FM.
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back after the break. I'm your host Nawaz Raja Pakistani, and today we are discussing a very interesting topic with our guest Nadeem Ilyas, who is the chair of Waltham Forest Muslim Parent Association. And before the break, we were discussing that how can we bring our children from the laptop and tablet and technology side towards the reading side of the books. And we were discussing this thing, and we have a break, and now you can ask the question from our guest on the number by calling 0333 444 0940, or you can send us a text message as well on WhatsApp 078 789 40940. And if you are leaving the car and you don't want to miss this program, you can type on your mobile or on the desktop www.revivefm.co.uk, and you can listen to this program live. Okay, so Nadeem, so we were discussing that, the first you were saying is the parents' first of all responsibility for them to engage the children. Mm-hmm. But what is the second thing they can do it to bring their children towards the reading of the books rather than just watching these YouTube channels and the games?
I think just to finish off on the responsibility side, I think it's really, really important here because, as a Muslim community, as Muslim parents, if we read the Quran, if we listen to the look at the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, He says, and the translation, "O you who believe, protect yourselves and your families from a fire whose fuel is people and stones." So that Allah ta'ala is very clearly, asking Muslims to make sure that you protect your family and protect your life, your loved ones. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also talked about, he compared, the families to a shepherd. He talked about the shepherd is one who looks after. So the leader is a shepherd of the people, okay, who should rule by Islam. Excellent. Then the father is a shepherd of his family and his household. The mother is a shepherd of her immediate household and her immediate family. And Allah Ta'ala will question, how did we take on our responsibility? So to answer the second part of what you've asked for, to answer your question, if we understood our responsibility as parents, now we know that actually whether it's COVID or not COVID,
exactly,
our responsibility is to spend that quality time with our children,
to save our children from the hellfire, I would say.
Well,
that's a good idea.
Not just the hellfire, but the society that we live in, the challenges of the society. Our children, if they go on social media all day long and spend hours on end, and you don't have some sort of a schedule at home, and you don't have that agreement, and you're not firm. I'm not talking about hitting your children. I'm talking about being firm with them. But at the same time, spend that time taking them out. Let them enjoy what they enjoy doing. But if you tell them, read this, do that, don't do this all the time, the kids are not going to listen to you.
They're not going to do it.
So spending that quality time means that you dedicate some time for them to watch TV. It's okay. Obviously, just monitor what they're watching, which is very important. At the same time, take them out. Go for a meal as a family. Go and see friends. Go and see your neighbors. Go and play some activity with them, doing sports with them. So my younger son, 13, and as an example here, and I'm sure parents who are listening in, they will have many other examples that they could use. At the beginning of lockdown, what I said to my son was, I could have taken two routes. I could have said to him, "Beta, you need to do this and that's it. You need to do your home all day. You need to read your Quran all day long." Okay. I said to him, you still have to do your work. You're doing Quran hifz. It'll be good if you can manage that as well within you. But I want you to watch TV. I want you to go outside. I want you to do other activities. You come up with a timetable. So he devised a timetable where he sort of woke up slightly late, a bit more lazy. He did some maths, he did some science, he did some English during the day because he was getting emails from his teachers to find out what he was doing and the homework they set him. He watched television. He watches TV. You know, in the evening we spent some time together. We may watch a movie every other day. Okay, I've taken them out. We've gone out and stayed overnight. We've gone to dinner as a family together. So we've done all these activities together.
Like keeping them engaged all the time.
Keep them engaged.
So keep them motivated so they feel happy, they are enjoying the thing.
Absolutely. But if you don't do that, if you give them the time of the day, if you don't give them the time of the day, and if you don't get them engaged, they will listen to their friends on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
They will listen to their friends, you know, they will phone and speak to them and they'll get bored.
Yeah.
If the kids get bored, they will be up to when I say they will be up to no good, they'll be spending more time in going on social media. If you and that's where the danger is.
Exactly.
So it's really working with
social
them.
media is a hidden danger for the children zone. I will say it's for the children because who is talking to them on the other side.
Not just the children. It's dangerous for adults as well. You may not realize that how many marriages have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, as a result of social media, because whether it's the woman or the man. Unfortunately, often it's the man, who often, gets in, socializes with other people, and then he, somehow there's problems in the family, there's arguments in the family, and then you end up with divorce taking place. So this danger is huge. There's a lot to learn from social media, definitely. There's a lot of things.
There are a lot of positive things and a lot of negative things.
But it's understanding what the positives are and what the negatives are. As I said, this is a huge subject we can tackle.
Exactly. The social media, like Facebook and Instagram, as I'm doing the business. So these are very good platform for your growing your business or your own business.
Yes.
Coming back to the point, how can we engage the children? I was listening to one of the. It's a Muslim lady, the motivational speaker, and she was talking about the politics, like we Muslim people are in most of the Muslim world, the people they are not taking responsibility to engaging themselves in the politics, and she given a very good example. She said she is from a Muslim family, and she said my father one day decided that on Friday we family have a meeting. It will be a meeting like we have a review meeting in companies like this. So on every Friday, we all family member will sit whatever the time they have decided. They will decide the family issues. What are the family issues? The next week what type of thing we're gonna make it. And what things you want to wear, what type of decisions we want, what type of color they want to make. She's just she's giving an example. She's saying that the point is that my father encourages us to engage in the activities. So when we started engaging our children, we will starting producing a good thing in our children. They will become confident. They will start thinking on it. So the same point as you were saying, we have to engage our children so that they remain positive. And I hope if I have a reading habit, so you will try to develop a reading habit in your children as well. So anything more you want to say about because I have to ask a couple of more questions about other things as well.
No problem at all. So just to conclude on that, I think this whole issue of engagement is really, really important. But it's also about what do you engage them on? So practically, yes, engage them, spend that time with them, ask for their views and give your views. It's a two-way process. Long are the days when our generation, our parents used to tell us, better do this, and we used to sort of hear and obey, and that's it, which is great. Alhamdulillah, this is great news. However, our younger generation these days, it's more challenging for us to be able to engage them. So focusing on things like explaining to them what's the purpose of life is so important. Because if you live in a society that runs on entertainment, loves on what's the next best thing for me, right? Then they will think about TV, they will think about cars, they will think about drugs, they will think about sex, they will think about all these things which satisfy their emotional needs, if you like.
Yeah.
Whereas if you
I will say it's a natural thing to attract to those things. It's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing. However, if you know the purpose of your life is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in that context, you can do your enjoyment in different ways, but not in a haram way, right? You know that there is time that you need to spend time with your parents and have responsibilities towards them. You know you're responsible for working. You know your responsibility for education. But if your thinking is that I just need to enjoy myself, then you will forget everything else, and all you will do is go on Facebook and chat to the opposite sex. All you will do, you will go on Instagram, you will go on to all these types of social media outlets to do things which this society is pushing for, which is to keep our children entertained and busy. They don't talk about education. They don't talk about, you know what, we could die anytime.
Exactly.
Yeah? And you'll be accountable for your actions and your behavior.
So it means we have to engage our children in a way that you just don't have to think of yourself for your own satisfaction. So we need to change the satisfaction level for our children as well. That if you keep on thinking of others, keep on thinking of others, how can you make other people happy? Like first of all, for the children is for the parents.
Yeah.
How can you help out your parents, your sister, your brother, to make them happy, to help them? So it's this idea to, if you help your parents and the brother, it will make you happy. So I will say we have to change the direction for the satisfaction level as well. That just if you keep on thinking of yourself, it's me, it's my thing, it's my life, it's my things. So we have to change this perception in our children as well, so that their satisfaction level and their perception is changed as well.
Absolutely. Look, we live in a society where the success of an individual is judged by what? How much money you have, right? How much, what good job do you have? How many cars you have? What mobile phone you have? How much business how many houses do you own?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this criteria is also in our own community. So if in Pakistan, for example, even here, because the mentality is exactly the same. If somebody has, few houses, right? They're making lots of money, and their children are driving BMWs and Mercedes and all these sports cars, okay? Or they've got the latest iPhone gadget. Success will be measured that way. Whereas in Islam, the success is, how do we please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How do we look after our parents? How polite are we to our children? How polite are we to our teachers? How do we measure success is completely different in Islam. It doesn't mean that you can't have nice cars. And
one question, just I'm adding this question, which is which I feel like you can say I feel pinch on these things. That nowadays these young generations are drowning into these branding things. Like if you ask them, okay, I'm buying iPhone. Okay, I'm buying Porsche, I'm buying BMW, rather than like you're just saying, okay, you are just buying a car. Your car, like, which is the meeting your requirements. You're using a phone which is the dealing with your requirements. These I don't know how to deal with these things, because I have I don't have my own kids here. But I'm dealing with my nephew and nieces, but they have these branding issues, like I'm wearing these Gucci things. How can we deal with this issue with them? Because they just keep on looking on these brands.
You're absolutely right. And this is not just your nephews and nieces. This is a problem everywhere. And it links back to the point that I'm trying to make, which is around what is success for ourselves, and what do we teach our children what success means. If we're teaching our children that success means that you have a branding on your clothing, you wear designer clothes, that's what success means. Because when you go outside and people think, oh wow, he's wearing Nike top and Nike shoes and Adidas this and whatever it is, okay? If we're teaching our children, and we're doing it ourselves, as role models, but if our success is about how good are we doing to other people, how polite are we to our parents, yes, I'm successful because I've got a fantastic job and I'm getting lots of money, not a problem. But your definition of success is not material success only. And your purpose in life is not just about how much pleasure that I'm going to get, because money means pleasure. Money means I can get a new car. Money means I can get the branded items. Okay? So once you give this, if you change the mindset of our children, rather than teaching them this ratta fashion, just you go to the madrasa, they'll read the Quran, and if they don't do, they'll get told off. That's not changing their concepts, is it?
I will
That's
come
not
to
changing
that
their
question
ideas.
as well, yeah.
All you're doing, someone reading the Quran, they'll get reward for that, but they're not changing their thinking. They're not changing, how does Islam deal with education? How does Islam deal with branding and clothing and, what success means in life? How do you say to yourself and teach your children, you know what, Alhamdulillah, I'm content with what I have. And, this COVID, coming back to the whole idea of COVID, this has created a lot of challenge. And it's asked, I had COVID, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah? My wife and my father had it as well. And the thing that went through my mind when I had this COVID virus and the struggle that I went through, and it was the most painful virus that you can have.
And frightening as well.
Frightening, because there was definitely a time when I thought, you know what, that's it. I'm going to go. Yeah. But, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I asked myself this question. What is success for me? What's important in my life after having that COVID? It really made me think, what's important in my life? Is having a branded clothing, having the best iPhone, having the best job, having lots of money in my bank account, is that important for me? Is that success for me? Right? What's priority for me? Is priority, now I'm thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah ta'ala is the one who's guiding me. And Allah ta'ala tells me that you will be challenged and you will face challenges in your life. Through every hardship there is ease, Allah ta'ala tells me.
Exactly. Inna ma'al usri yusra, yeah.
Absolutely. What's the value of my mother and father and my brothers and sisters and my family? And the COVID has really brought that whole question of what's important in my life at the forefront. Work wasn't an issue. Money wasn't an issue.
Money wasn't an issue, yeah.
What car I had wasn't an issue. What mobile phone I had wasn't an issue. How close I was to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped me get through this difficult time. And also my family who were supportive and praying for me. That was important for me. So
as the answer I'm getting from the question I asked you to deal with these branding and these challenges, first of all, the parents have to change their self. If they come out of their self from these branding things, like they start thinking that these brands are not important, these cars are not important. The important thing is something else. For Muslims, the most important thing is the akhirah. Like you have to live a life which is beneficial to others. And yourself and to others, so that you can earn a Jannah in Akhirat. So the answer from your question is first to change, I will say not the change, to give a good direction to our children. First, we as a parent should have a right direction so that the children can follow and they can take a lead from us. We again have to go to the break.
No problem.
And after the break, we will keep on discussing this thing. And after the break, I will ask you one very, the question which is very, I will say, very hard question about the madrasa and the school system, which we Muslims are facing nowadays. So we will discuss that point as well, and we have 15 minutes after that. For my listeners, please keep on listening us, and you can call us after the break on 0333 440 940. We have a very interesting discussion going on with Chair Nadeem Ilyas, Chair Waltham Forest Muslim Parent Association. So see you after the break.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk or contact our sales team now on 07944 565616. That's 07944 565616. Advertise with Revive FM.
Here at Duncan Lewis Solicitors, we specialise in immigration and family law. We have a proven track record of successful applicants who we've helped secure permanent residency for. From spouse visas to seeking asylum, our expert advisors will assist you throughout the whole application process. We offer a free no obligation consultation, so call us now on 0208 432 3350. That's 0208 432 3350, or visit us at 298 Romford Road, London, E79HD.
If you're looking for a unique bespoke cake made especially for your big day, then look no further. Here at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, we design some of the most imaginative and delicious home-baked cakes for your special occasions. We do fresh cream, buttercream, eggless and vegan cakes. Check us out on Instagram or Facebook at Sugar Sprinkle Cakery, or just call 07932 665 833. That's 07932 665 833.
With over 40 years experience in the industry, Plastic Carpets is the place to go for all of your carpets, laminates, linos and wood flooring. We have an established network of suppliers, which means we can offer some of the best prices in town. We offer free estimates and now even free fitting. Call us now on 0208 472 8568 or visit us at 157 to 159 Plastic Road, Upton Park, London E13 0QZ.
ये आयशा है। ये बहुत छोटी सी थी जब इसके वालिद का एक हादसे में इंतकाल हो गया। वो अपनी माँ और छोटे बहन भाइयों के साथ रहती है। आयशा जैसी लाखों बच्चियाँ जिंदगी की बुनियादी सहूलतों से बिल्कुल महरूम है। यही वजह है कि वो स्कूल भी नहीं जा सकती। मिनहाज वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन ने आपके एहतियात और अपनी खिदमत दुनिया भर के यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चों के लिए वक्फ कर दी है। एक यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चे का सहारा बनिए। आज ही अतिया कीजिए।
अभी कॉल मिलाएं 0300 3030 या हमारी वेबसाइट विजिट करें www.minhajwelfare.org.
What have you missed the most about eating out? Going out with friends and family for a quick bite? Trying somewhere new or returning to a local favourite? Someone else doing the cooking for once? Not doing the washing up? With Eat Out to help out, get up to £10 off per person every Monday to Wednesday throughout August. Enjoy the moments you've missed the most, and let's enjoy restaurants again safely. Visit gov.uk/eat out to find participating restaurants near you.
Turkish Kitchen, the best Turkish food you'll ever taste. We only use the highest quality meat. Along with our mixed grill platters, we serve cold mezes, hot mezes, lahmacun, and a wide selection of fish options. To order for delivery or collection, call us now on 0208 507 8822. That's 0208 507 8822. Or visit us at 41 Ripple Road, Barking, IG11 7NT. We can also take group bookings and take care of all your party needs. The Turkish Kitchen, Barking.
Revive FM
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Revive FM 94.0. I'm your host Nawaz Raja Pakistani, and today we have a very interesting discussion going on with our chair Nadeem Ilyas, who is the Waltham Forest Muslim Parent Association chair, and we are discussing about the challenges of COVID-19 and how can we engage our children during this the pandemic. During the break, there was a very, this small discussion we were doing here with Nadeem Ilyas. The parents like, I will say the parents like me, the people who did not born here in UK, and the people who born here in UK and they grow up here. So they little bit know how to deal with their children, but the people like me, we are not fully equipped to deal with the challenges of the current society. So how can we help our children to, cope with these challenges? So just give an idea. You were saying a very good thing that we need to change our perception of success, and then we can easily deal with this one. Yeah.
So we had a really good chat while we had
on the break.
I think the point to note here is whether you're you were born in Pakistan or any other part of the Muslim world and you've arrived in the UK recently or quite a while ago, or whether you were born here and you've seen everything and you've gone to the education system and you know how things work and you I don't think it's easy bringing up children, regardless of your background. It really is not easy. Okay, everybody faces those challenges. We live in a society where success is defined in a different way. Success is defined with how much money you have. Success is defined with how many cars you have, how many houses you have, right? If that is your understanding, regardless of your background and when you came here or were born here, then your children will also be following that example.
So we need to change our perception of the success. Success is not the money.
Exactly.
So then we able to give a time to our children, because if we keep on running behind the money is very important. But if we keep on running behind the money, then we are unable to give a time to our children.
Exactly. So the things that I will say, there's a few things I will summarize. Okay. So one is about the purpose of your life, right? If your purpose of life is about enjoyment, and success means you get the money, because through money you will have enjoyment, because you can buy things, right? If success for you means having a pretty girlfriend for our children, or boyfriend, and these days the whole success criteria for your partner is changed through LGBT agenda. Okay, then your purpose of life is not to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's your success means running after material things only. Number two, tawakkul, reliance on Allah. Meaning, if you're not relying on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything that you do in life, whether it's work, marriage, buying, selling, business, trade, it doesn't matter. If you're not relying on your creator as a Muslim, because Allah ta'ala will define what is success and what is right for you and what is not right for you. Allah ta'ala doesn't say you can't enjoy yourself. Islam doesn't say you can't buy and sell, and you can't have a nice car, can't have a nice house. No,
you can have all these. You can have all these things, but simply you just need to change your perception first.
Absolutely.
First, change the perception. You can You can have 2 houses. I will say. You can have 3 houses. You can have the luxury car. But this should not be your objective to have these things, because your objective to have a success is a different thing.
Yeah, if you're running after these things and that's the only thing you're running after in life, and you forget everything else, then you can't do that. And you know what's going to happen if you're not building individuals to deal with calamities, COVID or not COVID. You will not. Your individuals, your children, our community will not be able to deal with the next disaster, next issue, because for us our thinking is completely different, right? And so finally for me, being content with what you have
is a very important
right
thing,
understanding what success means for you, what's important for you in life. Ask yourself this question, each one of us. Let's ask this question to ourselves: what's important for us? Is money the only thing that's driving our life? COVID or not COVID, or is success something else?
Especially, I will say, after the COVID, people should understand what is the success. So, either they need money or the life.
Well, as I said, I was very close to losing my life.
Okay. The next, the point, as you're dealing with the mosque, you are saying you're recently associated with the Muslims. The mosques.
Council of Mosques.
Yeah, Council of Mosques. So, as you know, we are, very hardly criticized on the madrasa school system. Like, they are not producing, like, either they are here or, in Pakistan, they are not producing the children's as to cope with the going on this technological world. So how you are dealing now, like you are the parent association chair, so how you are going to deal with these mosques so that they can engage their children positively in a manner that they can carry on towards the I will say the main objective of your as a Muslim, that you need to be polite and peaceful and to be beneficial to others. So how you gonna deal with this mosque so that they can start engaging children? Because these mosques are very important things for our Muslims. They are very important to keep your children connected with Islam.
So first of all, it's very important to note that as Muslims, we believe that Islam is a complete way of life. It's a complete system of life. Okay, it's complete nizam that Allah Ta'ala has sent down for mankind. And it's the responsibility of the Muslims to obviously to work to create that change in the Muslim world. So important. And education is one aspect of that complete system. Okay. So in that context, you will have not just the education system, but you'll have the whole society that will be teaching and gearing and building, our people, Muslim or non-Muslim. It doesn't matter, because Islam is there for everybody.
Yeah.
It gives justice to everybody.
Exactly.
In that context, you will be focusing on what success means. You will be focusing on industry. You'll be focusing on education. You'll be focusing on justice through the judicial system. Okay? But in the context of our current reality is we live in the UK as a Muslim community. We have so many madrasas, okay? And we have responsibility as a mosque towards what the government will say. Some responsibility, obviously that's really important. But not at the expense of what our belief tells us. So if today, we've been told, or if tomorrow the government comes and says, you can't teach your children in the madrasa, are we going to simply accept it? Or are we going to say, well, hang on, this is what we are teaching our children?
Well, my point is that, our children are not connected with the mosques that much.
No, they're not.
They're not connected. So my question actually is, I'm rephrasing it, that how can we engage our, the mosques so that they should do the activities, and I will say they should do the activities in which we can engage our children and they can connect themselves with the mosque. They are not connected with the mosque. Let's suppose, like we go and pray Jummah. So most of the time our children are in the school, they don't go into the Jummah. When we grow up, we know the Jummah was the most important, the day in a week where we, take bath and go for Jummah prayer. But now here the situation is different. So the children are not connected as they should be with the mosque, so that they know about the real Islam, what is Islam.
You're absolutely right. So in the context, as I said, in the reality that we live in today, whether it's in our own countries back or here, our responsibilities in that context is, one, obviously work for that change in our countries. Number two, it's engage the madrasas, engage the masajids throughout, your local masajids. Really, really important we get away from this mentality that this is a Deobandi mosque, this is a Gujarati mosque, this is a Pakistani mosque, this is a Kashmiri mosque. Because if we start to divide ourselves and have arguments amongst ourselves, our children will definitely not go to that mosque. Okay? And then you got the curriculum in the masjid. So we will try, Waltham Forest Muslim Parents Association, we will try to engage the madrasa, and we will try to encourage them to teach Islam in such a way so that the children understand that Islam is here as a practical solution for our life's issues and problems.
Exactly.
Not that you just, by parrot fashion, in Pakistani we say rata, parrot fashion.
Like they know, because nowadays the concept is coming this 1400 years old Islam, and because of this technological era and the change in the world, you guys are not fit. So we need to change this perception, and we can do it properly, engaging them. Otherwise, if we don't engage our children, they will say, okay, yes, we are not going to fit in this society.
But if you look at the history of Muslims and Islam...
Sorry, I have to interrupt you.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm extremely sorry. We are out of time and we have to go into the break.
No worries.
We have to go and close down our program.
Sure.
So I hope the next time you will take time out and we have a fruitful discussion.
Further discussion.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
So
thank you for
till
inviting.
then, thank you for coming to the program. And for my listeners, I hope see you next week with the new topic. Then till then, assalamu alaikum.